Have you ever noticed how silence is often mistaken for weakness? People expect you to react loudly, to argue, to defend yourself, to prove that you are unshaken. They expect noise, because noise is what they are used to. But what if the greatest power you could ever display is not in reacting at all, but in staying silent? Silence is not empty. It is full of meaning, and when you choose it with intention, it becomes the most unshakable shield you will ever carry. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You always own the option of having no opinion." What he meant was simple. You are never forced to give away your peace, your energy, or your inner balance just because someone else is demanding it. That is the essence of strength, choosing not to be moved by the storms of others. Imagine this: someone pushes you, insults you, or tries to provoke you, fully expecting you to break down or explode. Instead, you stand calm, collected, and untouchable. That moment is not weakness. That is true control. Because when you do not explain yourself, when you do not defend yourself, when you do not let your emotions be hijacked by someone else's agenda, you are showing them that their power over you does not exist. This video is not about letting people walk over you. It's about learning how to reclaim your power in a way that makes you unshakable. It's about realizing that silence is not surrender, but strategy. It is about discovering how you can use it to protect your self-worth, to grow in strength, and to build a presence so powerful that people cannot forget you, even when you say nothing at all. Today, we're diving into 8 Stoic-based strategies that will show you exactly how to turn silence into strength. Each step is not just theory, it is a tool you can begin practicing the moment this video ends. You will learn how to master your emotions, sharpen your confidence, and carry yourself with unbreakable composure. By the end of this journey, you'll understand how to build an inner fortress so strong that no insult, no rejection, no betrayal, and no disappointment can take away your peace. And before we begin, I want you to lock this in by dropping this affirmation in the comments. My silence is power, and no one can break me. Number 1. Silence is not weakness, it is strategy. Silence is often misunderstood as weakness, but in reality, it is one of the most powerful strategies you can use to protect your strength. When Seneca said, "He who is brave is free," he was pointing towards the truth that real bravery is not found in shouting louder or proving yourself to those who doubt you, but in refusing to be moved when others demand your reaction. Silence is bravery because it demonstrates freedom. The freedom from needing approval, the freedom from being controlled by insults, and the freedom from lowering yourself to battles that do not deserve your presence. When someone attacks or provokes you, what they are truly searching for is a crack in your composure. They want your attention, your anger, your energy, because that reaction gives them power. The instant you shout back or defend yourself desperately, you hand them control. But when you remain calm and unshaken, when you meet their noise with silence, they are left powerless. They do not get what they came for, and in that moment, you flip the balance completely in your favor. Silence is not avoidance. It is a deliberate refusal to waste yourself on things beneath you. It is strategy because it communicates without a word that you are above the chaos, that your identity does not bend to the opinions of others, and that your worth is not up for debate. Every time you practice silence, you sharpen your discipline and strengthen your presence. The next time you feel provoked, don't rush to respond. Instead, pause, breathe, count to 10. You will often discover that silence itself is the loudest answer, the answer that reveals who truly holds the power. Number 2. Control your emotions, or they will control you. Epictetus taught that the real test of a person is not in what happens to them, but in how they choose to respond. And this is where emotional control becomes your greatest shield. Those who try to break you are not actually relying on their strength. They are relying on your reaction. They expect anger, frustration, tears, or some outburst that proves they've gotten under your skin. The moment you hand them that reaction, you hand them power. Mastering emotional control does not mean pretending you don't feel anything, because emotions are part of being human. It means becoming the master of your feelings instead of their servant. When you control your emotions, you don't let someone else's words dictate your mood or your state of mind. Picture a situation where someone insults you publicly. If you explode, you give them validation, and others watching will see you as unstable. But if you remain calm, centered and unshaken, you send a message louder than any comeback, that their words are empty and cannot touch your peace. Silence only carries power when it is supported by emotional discipline. If inside you're boiling with rage while staying quiet, people can sense that tension, and your silence loses its weight. But if your calm is genuine, if it comes from clarity and self-respect, then your silence becomes untouchable. The way to build this discipline is by practicing detachment and perspective. Whenever something tries to trigger you, ask yourself, will this matter in a week, in a month, in a year? Almost always the answer is no. This simple mental shift keeps you from wasting your energy on things unworthy of your spirit. True strength is not in suppressing emotion, but in channeling it wisely. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I control my emotions. They do not control me. Number 3. Absence reveals who truly values you. Seneca's wisdom reminds us that trials refine us, and one of the quietest but most revealing trials is absence. When you choose to step back, when you no longer offer constant presence, attention, or effort, you begin to see the truth about your connections. Silence creates a space that exposes intentions. The people who genuinely care will not remain indifferent. They will notice your absence like a missing piece, and they will reach out because they value you, not just what you provide. On the other hand, those who vanish without a word, those who only stayed because of what they gained, will show their true colors the moment you are no longer easily available. This is not something to fear, it is something to embrace, because it frees you from illusions. Too often people chase after those who do not reciprocate, wasting their time and energy on empty bonds. But silence, paired with absence, works as a natural filter. By stepping back, you allow people to reveal themselves without confrontation. You learn who was invested in you and who was merely attached to the benefits of your presence. That clarity is a gift, because it prevents you from pouring into relationships that only drain you. The key is not to see absence as punishment or manipulation, but as observation. When you feel unappreciated, withdraw your energy, not to harm, but to see. Ask yourself, who notices? Who makes an effort? Who values you enough to step closer when you step away? Those are the people worthy of your time and trust. Everyone else, let them fade. This practice strengthens your self-respect and keeps your circle aligned with authenticity. Number 4. Silence makes you unpredictable. Marcus Aurelius's reminder that true strength lies in being unlike those who harm you is perfectly expressed through the discipline of silence. When someone provokes you, they anticipate a certain script. They expect outrage, tears, explanations, or defense. The moment you deny them that reaction, you shatter their expectations and reclaim control of the situation. Silence becomes your shield, but more importantly, it becomes your unpredictability. And unpredictability is power. Predictable people are easy to manipulate. You push their buttons, and they respond on cue. But when you cultivate silence as a habit, no one knows what to expect from you, and this uncertainty forces others to think twice before trying to provoke you again. Your silence doesn't signal weakness, it signals calculation. It unsettles them because it leaves a question hanging in the air. What are you thinking? What will you do next? That mental discomfort is far heavier than anything you could say. And in that gap, they are forced to confront their own behavior without you giving them the satisfaction of a reaction. This is why silence is often sharper than words. It makes others reflect, it makes them uneasy, and it keeps you untouchable. By resisting the urge to explain, defend, or overexpress, you build a mystique around your presence. People respect those they cannot easily read, because mystery breeds caution. And the more unpredictable you are, the harder it becomes for others to control or diminish you. This is why silence is a weapon. It transforms your restraint into power and your unpredictability into dominance. Action step. Practice self-restraint the next time you feel cornered or misunderstood. Hold your silence and let the uncertainty do the work for you. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My silence makes me unpredictable and powerful. Number 5. Your presence is energy. Protect it. Epictetus's wisdom teaches us that true strength comes from indifference to shallow opinions, and the reason is simple. Your energy is too precious to be wasted on convincing others of your worth. Your presence carries more than just your body. It carries your thoughts, your emotions, your spirit, and the unique influence you bring into every room. When you hand that out carelessly, when you allow everyone equal access to it, people grow numb to it, and its value diminishes. But when you protect it with silence, with boundaries, and with discipline, you remind others that your presence is not something they can take for granted. Silence acts as a filter, ensuring that your energy is not poured into arguments, gossip, or trivial battles that weaken you. Every word you withhold, every distraction you avoid, strengthens the impact of your presence when you finally choose to engage. People begin to notice that when you speak, it matters. When you show up, it matters. And when you are absent, it matters even more. Protecting your energy doesn't mean shutting yourself off from the world. It means becoming deliberate about where you invest your attention. Not everyone deserves your presence, and not every situation merits your reaction. By treating your energy like gold, you condition others to see its true value, because people only respect what is rare and protected. The less scattered you are, the more powerful you become, and silence is the guardian of that power. Action step. Create boundaries that honor your time and attention. Don't hesitate to walk away from environments that drain you or people who take more than they give. The world should feel the privilege of your energy, not the scraps of it. Number 6. Use silence as a tool for growth. Marcus Aurelius's reminder to stop arguing and simply become the man you aspire to be is the heart of using silence as a tool for growth. Silence is not emptiness, it is fertile ground where your mind and character can develop away from distractions. When you choose not to engage in endless debates, explanations, or meaningless conflicts, you reclaim time and energy that can be invested into something far more valuable, your personal evolution. Every hour you spend in silence can be turned into reading, training, journalist, meditating, or mastering a skill that moves you closer to the life you want. While others waste their breath trying to be heard, You quietly sharpen your mind and strengthen your foundation. Silence becomes your training ground, the space where discipline is forged and wisdom is absorbed. Over time, the difference shows. You return to the world not as someone who argued their way into respect, but as someone whose results and character command it naturally. The most powerful form of self-expression is transformation, and silence gives you the space to achieve it. Instead of defending your worth, you build it. Instead of chasing validation, you create undeniable proof through growth. This is the hidden power of being quiet. You are not withdrawing from the world. You are preparing to re-enter it with more strength, more wisdom, and more presence than before. The next time you are pulled toward proving yourself, resist. Channel that urge into your craft, your health, your knowledge. Every moment of silence you dedicate to growth will eventually echo louder than any explanation you could ever give. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I evolve in my silence, and my growth makes me unforgettable. Number 7. Scarcity creates appreciation. Seneca's wisdom reminds us that gratitude is born from scarcity, not abundance, and the same principle applies to your presence. When you make yourself too accessible, people stop seeing your value because they assume you will always be there. Human nature is wired to overlook what feels endless and to crave what feels limited. By choosing silence and pulling back your constant availability, you create space for others to recognize how much your presence actually means. Scarcity is not a trick or a form of manipulation. It is a conscious choice to guard your worth and prevent others from mistaking your generosity for weakness. When you stop chasing, stop explaining, and stop giving all of yourself to those who take it for granted, you allow people to feel the difference between your presence and your absence. That contrast is where appreciation grows. The reality is, people only begin to value what they fear they might lose. And when you step back, you give them the chance to realize your importance. This doesn't mean becoming distant or cold. It means being intentional with your time, your words, and your energy. By speaking less, appearing less, and offering less, you ensure that when you do show up, your presence has weight and significance. Scarcity creates honor, and honor creates respect. Action step. Begin practicing selective presence. Don't always rush to be the first to text, call, or make plans. Allow others to take the initiative and observe who values your time enough to do so. The less available you make yourself, the more your presence becomes a treasure instead of an expectation. Number 8. Be the source, not the seeker. Epictetus reminds us that freedom begins with mastery of the self, and silence is one of the greatest tools for that mastery. The moment you stop running after validation, you reclaim your power. Most people live as seekers. They chase approval, attention, and recognition, always dependent on others to feel worthy. But when you embrace silence, you train yourself to no longer depend on external confirmation. You discover that you are the source of your own strength, your own calm, your own identity. This shift transforms everything, because once you no longer seek, you no longer appear needy. Instead, people feel the gravity of your presence, and your absence unsettles them in ways words never could. Being the source means knowing that your energy fuels relationships, conversations, and even the confidence of others. When you go silent, the void you leave cannot be filled by noise or distraction, because what you bring is unique. That is real power. Not proving, not defending, but simply existing as a foundation others rely on. The less you seek, the more others seek you, because independence commands respect. It forces people to realize that your value does not come from what you ask for, but from what you already embody. Every time you withhold the urge to explain or chase, you are building an inner fortress that no one can touch. Over time, this mastery makes you unforgettable because true strength is always felt, never begged for. Whenever you feel the pull to reach outward for validation, pause and remind yourself, I am the source. Pour that energy into your growth, your discipline, your craft. The more you embody this truth, the more your presence becomes undeniable. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I am the source, not the seeker. My value is undeniable. They thought you'd break when you stayed silent. They thought your calm meant weakness. But what they didn't realize is that silence is the highest form of strength. It is self-control. It is clarity. It is dignity. Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics knew that true power doesn't come from reacting, it comes from mastering yourself. And that's what you've learned today. 8 strategies to turn silence into power, to reclaim your confidence, and to protect your worth. Now, the question is, will you apply them? Will you stop explaining yourself, stop chasing, stop wasting your energy, and instead let your silence speak for you? If this message resonated, drop a final affirmation in the comments. My silence is my power, and I will never be broken. And if you're ready to keep growing, building and mastering yourself, make sure you subscribe to this channel, because this is where we turn philosophy into strength and pain into power. Your silence has already spoken. Now let your actions echo louder than words.